today what we're going to do is we're going to make some Italian amaretti biscuits. There's times when we make things and we have leftover whites. So what I thought today is I'll show you how to use up your whites. To get started with this one here, we're going to need some egg whites that are left over. I have 2 egg whites here. And what we're going to need to do with our egg whites is we're going to place it into a bowl. We need a fork and we're just going to give it a light little whisk. Just to break up the egg whites. So as you can see here, I haven't actually broken them, like made them real fluffy white egg whites. I'm just breaking them up. To this, what we're going to do is we're going to add some almond essence. So I find that it gives it a nice flavour. Just 1/8 of almond essence. We're also going to add to this some vanilla extracts. And we're just going to give that a little bit, just to incorporate it. And then to that we're going to add almond meal. Now you can use almond meal and almond meal flour, it's the same thing. So pop that in there. To that we're also going to need some caster sugar. So I've used 3 egg whites in this one here. So we need 1.5 cups of caster sugar. And then we're going to mix all this up. Now you may think that this is really dry and there's not enough liquid in here, but you will find that the egg whites will absorb all of the almond meal and sugar that we've got in the bowl. So just keep using your fork and keep stirring this, and you will find as you're stirring this, it will come together. So make sure you stir this properly with the fork and mix all the ingredients up together. So as you can see here now, it's all starting to tighten up and become a beautiful soft mixture. This takes a couple of minutes to do this. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways of how we're going to make these biscuits today. So as you can see, that's what we're looking for there. Okay, some people use a piping bag for this. I'm going to use a piping bag today. Some people do them by hand. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that we can actually make this today. So using a piping bag with a little star tip, quite large, not too small. Pop that into your bag. Got the nozzle in the piping bag. Roll the piping bag so your hand sits underneath of that. So when we put the mixture in there, it's not going to slip away and fall out of your hand. So with a spatula, pour some of the mixture in the piping bag. Just like so. And then what you need to do is push it down into the bag. Unfold that, which I asked you to do at the beginning. Grab it as far as you can and squeeze it down into your bag so you can see it coming through. I've got a baking tray here lined with greaseproof paper. So you do not grease this, you leave it. So squeeze down, and what we're looking to make is just little rosettes like that. So hold it, twist. Hold it, and while you're pressing this down, at the same time you're wrapping your piping bag. It just makes it a lot easier to get it out of the bag as you keep twisting it. Twist, press. So make sure all your mixture is down. as you get to the end, using your thumb, pushing it through the bag. If you find some a little bit too small, you can just chop them up like so. Okay, what I'm going to do with the other mixture, as you notice here, I've kept a little bit in the bowl so I can show you how we can do another way. For this one here, you're going to need some gloves because it is quite a sticky mixture. You don't want it sticking to your hands. And I find when you've got gloves, it's a lot easier to do this. I've tried it without gloves and it's really hard to do. So gloves is the way to go. Okay, so for this one here, what we're going to need is some slivered almonds. As you can see, I have here, I've put some in a bowl. I have an ice cream scoop. Now this is a medium one, so we only want to fill half of this up. So about that much there. Pop that into your hand, make it into a little ball, and then roll it like that. Using the almonds, pressing that in there, do not squash it, and roll in your hand. You do it a couple of times and it gets really easy to do. And you can pop that onto your tray. Again, half in your ice cream scoop, roll, and see how that doesn't stick on to the glove? Just makes it so much easier. Roll, try not to squash them too much. And you're just making like little logs. Some people like just to make round ones. So you can make all different shapes. You can use any shapes that you like. So we can make some round ones. Put that into your mixture. And roll into your hand. As if you're making a little round ball. Bowl, nuts. And that's how you prepare your amaretti biscuits, like so. So what we're going to do now is we're going to decorate these other ones that I have here. I've got a few different toppings here to decorate them with. So I've got some almonds, whole almonds, I've got some hazelnuts, and I've also got some little like cherry type gels, and you just put them on top. So you decorate them any way you want. You can also put almonds. You can put hazelnuts. Put an almond on this one here as well. Okay, so that's how we prepare these. Now, to get the best result for these so they don't lose their shape, what I did was I prepared some yesterday for you. And what you do is you leave these overnight. So what I'm going to do here is, as you can see, these ones here have dried up because there's a lot of moisture in the egg white. So what we want to do is we want to dry the egg white. Now these are not cooked, but I can actually handle these. If I was to lift that one there up, it is too soft. So I've made a couple of trays here. Again, these are the logs here. You can lift them off the paper and you can see that they're not losing their shape. So what we're going to do here, I've got the oven on at 180. So you have to preheat your oven before you pop these into the oven. And we're going to bake them for about 12 to 15 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes. I've pulled one tray out. I'm about to pull the other one out. So as you can see, they've got a beautiful colour there. Now, Some people like to dust these with a little bit of icing sugar. I'm only going to do about half of them with icing sugar. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to decorate our little 3-tier platter. Look at that, how beautiful are they? This is actually my daughter's favourite biscuits. When she comes over, she says, "Mum, have you made any Amaretti biscuits today?" And I said, "No, Ellie, I didn't have any egg whites." Okay, so over here we've got the little logs as well. So Mother's Day is coming up. This would be a great idea to take to your mums for Mother's Day. For any occasion, you can use these biscuits. If you do not eat all your biscuits at once, you can put them in an airtight container or a zip-tied bag, and you can actually freeze these and take them out as you want them. Now, as you see here, these are my Amaretti biscuits using leftover egg whites. Thank you for watching.